Good morning. It's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy, and we're just coming out of the weekend of August 6th and 7th, which was sort of the culmination of what they were calling the climactic cross with the 10 planets in opposition and 7 squaring, or the opposite of that. I can't even remember, but quite a configuration. And, I think for most of us, nothing climactic happened at that time. But what I feel this is about is anger. All the suppressed rage and anger cellularly that we've traveled through eons of time with. And, of course, I from Ezekiel, I have learned that all our emotions have value. And the value of anger is that is the emotion Creator God gave us so that we could change things, we could move things, we could make things happen. It's an energy of power, it's a different form of passion. You know how passion consumes you and you just want to move, embrace, and be. Well, anger consumes you too, but we've only been taught by our society and by the way everybody reacts to anger about the destructive side of anger. So we're very polarized about anger. So there was a movie about 4 years ago called The Upside of Anger by Mike Bender. It's an awesome movie. But this is the quote. A little girl's writing in her journal about her family and all the anger going on. She's not so little, like 13, 14. And this is what she says. Anger and resentment can stop you in your tracks. That's what I know now. It needs nothing to burn but the air in your life that swallows and smothers you. It's real, though, that anger, the fury. Even when it isn't, it can change you. It can mold you and shape you into someone you're not. The only upside of anger, then, is the person you become. Hopefully, someone that wakes up one day and realizes that they're not afraid of its journey. Someone that knows the truth is, at best, a partially told story. That anger, like growth, comes in spurts and fits, and in its wake leaves a new chance of acceptance and the promise of calm. So the upside of anger is something that I feel we all need to deal with and learn right now, because it's coming up in so many ways. The polarity, this against that, the wars, the Republicans, the Democrats, the Muslims, the Christians, the on and on. And what it's bringing up inside of us is our own separation, our own battle within us, the different parts of us. And so as our planet aligns with the galactic center and unity consciousness, this emotion is crying to be understood and used in a positive way. So let me explain a little bit about that. The more we put the lid on anger, the more even choose love and hold hands and love and light. Well, that's all fine. It's good. It's wonderful. As long as you're also loving and lighting your anger, because it's part of who you are. If you're not, then you're turning your back on a part of you, and it's going to create a reaction, usually very passive aggressive. And when it does, you suppressed it or not in touch with it. A lot of people working on their light path, they're not even in touch with it. It's as if it doesn't exist. And it is good to see the good in everything. This isn't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that truly to become one in unity consciousness, you must bring all of you into that space. And so it's the challenge right now. The anger is the challenge right now. And what I feel this configuration was about, it was kind of a compression, and it's going to continue and build. It's kind of like it was the start of activating that anger in the emotional field. As Ezekiel's told me, it's up. It's in the emotional field, and nobody knows what to do with it. You know, we're drugging it. People are drugging it or getting depressed, because depression is suppression of your emotions. But there is such a constructive side of anger. It's a power that, when used with unity consciousness that we're coming into, it can change your life and it can change the world. For example, when you get good and angry about how we're treating the earth, let's say in the Gulf oil spill, you can use, instead of pointing the finger at BP and deep well drilling, and all that has to be dealt with, not saying it doesn't, but how about getting in touch with your anger about this abuse of the earth, and getting together people to love the earth right in your area. You don't even have to go down to the Gulf. And using that energy of anger to move people into a space of unity so that they can make a shift in their consciousness, turning the anger into love, using that energy of anger to make positive change. And it's sort of what this movie's about, in a lopsided kind of a way. And in your own life, if you're good and angry about something, find a constructive way to use that anger to make a change that you've been putting off making because, oh my God, it's got the energy of anger attached to it. How I use this personally in my relationship with my husband, Mark, is finally when I realized that I'm holding on to so much anger and resentment, rather than explode at him, sometimes you do, but then after that explosion, it's to sit down and say, okay, this isn't working, it's building up in me, how are you feeling? And as we talk, we come to a place of understanding. But what we've both done, and what you do and what everyone does, is you polarize off and stand behind your own fears that you can't possibly get mad without saying, I'm good and mad and I have to do something about this. Help me. Unity consciousness. Help me. It's kind of why group therapy, why the retreats that we do are very healing, because people join together and allow the anger to move them into a new space where they can truly embrace loving what created the anger and understanding its journey to make them better. So that's what's going on in the world this Monday morning. I challenge you and I invite you to take a look at where anger is in your own life. And if you can't get in touch with it, you're still asleep. I can get in touch with it. I just know now that it's there to help me make a change. So have a great Monday. I hope you find this really helpful, and we'll see you next week. Bye.